Hi everyone, welcome back to the stream. Let me start everything, and we're good to go, ready for liftoff. So today plan is simple. We're gonna be playing a bit of Factorio. Gonna be trying to do the automation science, so the red science, basically the first real science that we have. So this one has the great benefits to not need wood. So this will be great. Let me just, my sound might be a bit too loud. Let's just lower it a little bit. Yeah, I can see. Maybe I'm just too close to the mic. I don't know. Yeah, should be fine. Okay. Yeah, we're good to go for today. So we're gonna be trying to do some of the red science. Last time we were stuck by the wood situation, so I went out and mined a little bit of wood. Let me switch to the game overlay. That will be better. And let me also add the sound of the game. So that should be good. Yeah, you can see the game. Perfect. Here we are. Yeah, and there's some sound. That's great. Okay, so everything should be working good. So just a reminder for new people coming in, seeing the stream and everything. So last time we started, we crashed the first episode, play a little bit. Then we worked on the first science, so all of those labs, and then we were a bit too slow on the lab production, so we improved this area here, where we were really lacking wood, basically, to make the card, because the problem with those first cards is they need wood, but there's no way for now to automate the wood production, so I was forced to mine it. So what I did is I went out a little bit, and you can actually see it there. I don't know if it's even that clear. Let me just go there quickly. We're at night, so that's not great either. Yeah, 9:30, 9:45. Yeah, we're gonna be... Might not be super easy to see it. Let's see, you can see... yeah, on the map it's better now. You can see I've basically mined in straight line all the forest to collect as much wood as possible. The few pass took around an hour to do that, just to collect as much wood as possible, and now we should be good for at least a little bit. Probably not enough to get the automation on the wood production, to get to the greenhouse, but for the rest, should be acceptable. Yeah, so for the science we have to do today for the red science, red science are unlocked. Now we need to start their production, which won't be too hard, but we might need to make some centralized area for it. And let me get back to the top of the science. I don't know why we were at the bottom. So for that, to get to the greenhouse, which is right here, we actually need to do fuel processing, which is not too bad. Then we need to do electricity, which this one will be a bit problematic. 5,000 basic tech card. The red card are going to be easy to do. That's not a problem. The basic tech card, though, are a problem for the wood. We should have enough for those, but for basic fluid handling, which we'll also need, sadly, that will for sure be a problem. We will be lacking wood. And then we have steam power, which is nothing, and greenhouse, which is also nothing. And after that, we're going to be able to do sand and water to produce wood, which will be amazing. Amazing. That will finally remove the need for me to cut the wood by hand, which will be great. And after that, we'll be able to advance to a bit more high-tech level, we'll say it like that. So we have a lot of wood here, and we also, I think, all the chests here are full, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, everything here should basically be close to full. So we have a bit of time. I don't know how much wood I mine in the end, but that's an hour. So we said last time I needed to mine for 2-3 hours the wood. So we will need more, but that's a start. All right, we had some basic automation cards, so let's place them. For that, we're good. So let's look at the red science. What do we need? We need 1 automation core and 5 blank tech card. So blank tech card is copper and iron, which is not a problem. The ratio seems fine. And the core is iron gear, iron stick, and copper. Sorry for that. Yeah, so that's also not going to be a problem. What I was looking at last time, if we go into the factory planner, I made a little calculation for what we needed in terms of production. So to do 75, why did I select 75? Yeah, because I think it's the number of burner. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Control, left click, let's do that. Let's do that at 75 as well. That's fine. Yeah, so it's exactly 10 now. So we need 10 burner assembling machine to make everything, but we only need one blank tech card and half an automation core. So it's really not that much. We basically need like 4, 5, 15 factory total. So we're gonna be fine with our assembling machine. Okay, so let's start that. Here we're a bit stuck in terms of rules. I mean, technically we could put it here, but it might be a bit too tight for everything. The problem is that if we want to use dispatch, we're also going to need to mine from here, and that's going to be too far. So I think no, let's go back for it. Yeah, let's start using that place. That's going to be more than enough for us. We just need to extract some of the plate from here. One thing I could look at. It's control rare. Yeah, I wasn't sure of what I needed to touch to do that. Let's see how much plate I need. So 75 plates and 100. So it's really not that much. Yeah, that's the thing. It takes two stone furnace for each burner mining drill, which technically, I mean, that's all of those do not follow the correct ratio. What can we do about that? That's fine for now. So if we want to make all of this, I mean, technically this one I can remove for now. Yeah, so we only need 60, so 4 and 3, but that technically means 8 and 7. Okay. So 8 is actually, I mean, it's all of those basically. What I can do though is place a few like this. We can place another one here. Let's take some coal. Yeah, I don't know why it doesn't charge them fully every time. Okay. We're gonna use a burner arm, I think. Yeah, something like that. So we said we needed how many? We need 4 of those, so 8 total. So now we have 5. Where can we place? I mean, we have those 2 that we can collect as well. That's already 7. That's not bad. We can extract this one and we'll be good. Okay. So that's basically the start of Spaghetti Land for now. I'm sorry for people that are allergic to Italian food. We're gonna try to not do that for too long in the game. That would be nice. Yeah, why is it? Yeah, it's not extracting because it's not producing yet. And obviously, yeah, we don't have anything else than that for now. So we don't really have a choice. And, okay, so let's just move it in that direction. Then we need copper. So copper, how many we said? We needed 7. 7 copper, which might, yeah, we might actually need to take from the bottom. Okay, yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Because, yeah, we're a bit tight in that. I mean, yeah, we could fit a few more like that. We're already at 6, 7. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. Then let's fill everything up. This one is already done. That was fast. Oh no, that was an old patch. Yeah, this one is also really close to being finished. I think what we can do with those one is gonna be to move them. Yeah, just a little bit up, and that's gonna be good. And let's just do that. Then we need 3 more oven. Let's collect the coal again. And we're gonna need to push back that line. 1 more step. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so that's good. That's gonna be producing as well. Here we need to do that. Let's make sure everything is full on that side. Yeah, we're already a bit cramped there, but it's fine. We shouldn't need more extraction there, so we'll just have it like that. That's more than enough. Hopefully it's gonna last long enough for our research to work. One thing we can check is how many belts does that make. Yeah, that's basically nothing. 0, 0.1. Yeah. So we could put it in only 1 belt. Because the problem with the 2 belt that we have right now is that it's gonna be it's not balanced. So one side or the other will start to be empty at some point. Yeah, and we don't have long arms, so let's just do 1 belt for now. Let's just do that. Let's collect everything else. Okay, perfect. It's not beautiful, but we just need some science production for now. So we can make that work. Okay, then what do we need? We need to make gear, rod, and gear, cable, and stick. Yeah. 1 machine each. Then we're gonna need, yeah, those 2 are for it. This one, so let's try to take some distance. We can go a bit further down the line. So let's start that way. I think that will be a good first option. Yeah, I was just checking if my washing machine was... I don't know if you can hear it in the background. I'm sorry if you can. It should be finished soon. But I don't, at least when I don't talk, you cannot hear it. So that's start. Okay, so on that side, I was saying we want to do, yeah, blank cart will be on the other. So core is stick, gear. No, yeah, so that's gonna be there. Stick and gear. Up, so that's going like that. It's horrible. It's the worst design I've ever done. But if it works, it's not stupid. So I'm gonna accept it. Just let me get some more coal. Oh no, it's too far. What's the real range? Ah, okay, yeah. Yeah, so far reach still has some limits. Okay, that's good to know. Let's go there. Let's just drop all the iron I have on me. I don't want to keep that. Okay. Here we're also gonna need two burner drill. Let's fill everything back up. Yes, that's good. Then we also need to produce the copper cable and the blank card. It should be as simple to do. I mean, even more simple. Realistically, it's just that copper and blank card. There we go. Let's add 2 machines pushing everything up, and as well. There we go. Okay, so everything has coal, everything is working, so that's gonna be able to work for a little bit. So we have basically all of this. Now we need, yeah, that is done. So now we only need 10 burner assembling machine, for the next part, I think we're gonna be going down 5. We could. Can I build here? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. What we're gonna do is just like that. Yeah, we're gonna go up to here. That's enough. Automation card. And we're really just gonna have enough burner assembly, so I'm gonna need to produce more. Let's go directly produce some more. One thing that would be useful is to start storing some of the gear and everything. Technically, we only need like 0.5 machine to work, right? So if I'm able to start storing some of it for my personal utilization, that will make it a bit easier. Yeah, I didn't want to take that and just drop it back, but I still need some more coal. And that's really the problem when you're starting a lot of machine like that. That's really so much. Like Factorio has really a bit of a weird learning curve. When you start the game, you really need to wonder like, how am I supposed to? If you start trying to automate everything at the start of the game, once you're in the burner era, and it's a lot easier in the main game. To be fair, the mod is making it harder. You technically can automate it, but it's think of needing to add one more line for everything. It start to be a bit crazy. Yeah, so 3-hour first automation tech card. And now the next step is that we're gonna want to start distributing it to all our research. Might not be super easy, so it might be better to replace all our lab. That might be the easiest option. Like, yeah, I could see that as a real possibility. Just to, yeah. Here we're good. Are we lacking cards for some reason? Or we're just not dropping them fast enough? Okay, yeah. So maybe we're just not dropping them fast enough. That's also another problem when everything is super slow at the start of the game. But yeah, like that we're good. Just making sure everything is fine there. Yeah, it's good. Okay. So cards are getting produced. What we'll do? Yeah, this is. Yeah, it's able to store a little bit. So let's just add a few chests. I should honestly make them in iron, but sure, whatever. Let's do the same thing for the cable. And are we overproducing that? No, we should be. We should be. Let me look at that. Yeah, 0.5. So we should be able to store as well a certain amount there. Let's just try to fill all of that. Are we already? No, I probably forgot to. Yeah, good point. If I'm adding arm, I need to add some coal, or it's all gonna die super fast. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so that's starting to work. I think we're gonna be replacing our lab. So what I can do is I can technically leave that production here. I just move the lab with the same idea. Technically, the lab we can still daisy chain them like we did there. That's fine. Yep, let's just do that real quickly. It's not filling me too much. I mean, a lot of coal. That was to be expected. But yeah, I mean, at the same time, we're gaining a bit of space. That's still all a temporary setup, right? Don't expect that to to be like that forever. Yeah. Oh, please stop doing that. I'm trying to pick them up. Okay. So let's drop something because clearly we're don't have any more room. So how can we place them? Can technically just do a loop and it's gonna distribute itself along the way. As long as we have like enough arm, should work. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's have a little bit of fun with it. Up. Still only one. I don't know how many I place, so we might need to add something at the end, but yeah. Let's do something like that. Here we can place 3 arms and just start with 1. Will probably not be enough to fill everything, but we can just add more. And I'm gonna take out the one at the bottom, continue and use that to fill everything there. So it should be good. Just remove the coal. That's really a lot of coal to use. And they were quite full. I'm surprised. Yeah, we're basically only missing one, so we're like near the maximum. Okay, perfect. Let's get everything we can at the bottom. Just move those. Up. I won't move the science production for those. I'm fine with their position. We'll just have all of them in a circle and just add enough arm until it's like the distribution work fine and we should be good. Let's do that like that. Yeah. We only have 8 remaining, so let's come back. Yeah, perfect. I could move those 2 here. Yeah, let's do that. Try to clean it up a little bit. Yeah, perfect. So, already fill those labs. And after that, can fill all of those. And at the end, we're gonna have. Technically, I was gonna say we can make it turn around, but I technically don't even have to do that. The real question will be how much. Yeah, no, we do have to turn it because the first one is not powered. So we actually do have to do that. Where is it? That's there. Okay, so here we have enough coal. In this place, we're gonna want to drop our other science. Let's do the same thing from here. Yeah, that's really, we're really going into the spaghetti design. But it's gonna work. Okay, so that's dropping there. This one is dropping here. Let's fill everything up. And science is happening. Perfect. So the question is one arm rotating everything enough to fill everything? That's the real question. Hopefully it will be. If it's not, we can modify it a little bit. Other thing we need to do here is also get all the science production. Yeah. Let's do a bit more transport belt, a bit more arm as well. Let's go up sideways and try to catch this one. Let's even try to... okay. There's a bit of water. Let's do that. Perfect. Okay. So how much science are we able to drop? That's a question, really. Let's just make sure that everything is good in terms of sound. Yeah, everything looks good. Okay. So we look like we're missing red science for now. I say that, but not red science is full. But that's only moving red science. Okay. Okay, so let's... Dumb idea, need a bit of complication. Let's do one that can only move red, and let's do one that can only move basic tech card. There we go. And let's just put 2 everywhere. Seems to be enough. I mean, it's a dumb design, but we can have fun. It's the start of the game. We don't really need any optimization for now. I just need more arm, clearly. Oh, we're back into the daytime. That's great. And get those. Yeah, perfect. And I'm gonna be missing one of them. Okay. What I can do is this one can do put there. I'm gonna need 2 more technically, and then I can just take all of those. So they should now all be able to do all research. So, we should be able to make all those labs work at the same time, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, this we don't need any special control here, and the other one we need to make them all red. Okay. And science should flow now. How much time? Research finished 15 hours? Yeah, that's no, 15 minutes, I think. Yeah, that seems more reasonable. The also other thing we're gonna need to do is fill all of those new arms with coal. I mean, technically I could add like a third arm that is just moving coal around. That's also an option. But yeah, let's try. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot of coal for all of that. But yeah, science seems to be working in what, on after lab for now. It's clearly not the best design. But what are we missing? Like, this is clearly full, so we shouldn't be lacking anything. Like, here we're missing red, but those other places have red. It's a bit horrible to read. I think it's just a question of letting everything stabilize, and hopefully we'll be fine. Hopefully it will be like 50% efficient. That's enough for me. Oh, even have 2 more labs. I can add that. Nice. And I'll do more of those and more belts. Yeah, so I need 2. I need technically 1 more. Yeah. And this one. Perfect. Just add the coal everywhere. And technically the arm don't really need coal because can take it from the lab around them. It just, if we can give it to them, we're gonna be able to save, like, just store more everywhere. It's probably a good idea. Oh, no, we don't want to take the card, sorry. Yeah. Science is getting produced at a decent rate, 20 minutes. I mean, that's acceptable. Yeah, and we already don't have any more coal. Okay. But yeah, now everything is working. We're already producing red science, so that's good. We're starting to store some of the item we're gonna need to produce everything, so that's also great. We're a little bit of start of production, right? We don't really need anything crazy for now. Would be nice if we can do belts though. We need iron gear wheel, iron plate. Is that, yeah? So it's only iron, so that's actually fine for us. Technically, we just have enough iron here for that production, but let's steal a little bit. I think we need that. Yeah, motor and belt. Yeah. So it might slow down a bit the research, but just to make it better for us, I think it's worth it. That's still a bit of science. Yeah, and we're technically using every available resource we have. So, like, the next step will be to make the electrical miner and everything. That will be the next step to be more efficient. But that's not going to be happening directly. We're missing like at least 2 research. Yeah, that graph is so nice. We're stabilizing at what, 35, 40? Not bad. Could be a lot better, but it's not horrible. So 15 minutes to finish our research. We're slightly improving. Are we going to be able to go back to 60? That would be super nice. But we can see like after lab are working maybe at best right now. But all the research are able to pass through. So I don't know like what's the limiting factor really. Maybe it just like 1 drop point is not enough. It's probably just that. But why are those 3 working then? Because technically the moment they have everything, they just start working. Like they don't need to wait for anything else. But yeah, even this one is getting to resources and then it's stopping. So yeah, they seem to be like getting one resource, then the other, then one, then the other. So it's not continuous enough to make everything works. What we can try to do. Let's just separate where we're dropping everything. Yeah, let's just add that. It's a bit dumb, but I mean, if it works, it works. Okay. So now we should have more red in the system. That should be hopefully more science starting. Now we have 5 at the bottom that are working. It's maybe getting better, is it? Yeah, which seems to be staying at the same level as before. Okay. I mean, it's fine. It's a bit slow, but we can live with that. I mean, we won't be using that technique for too long, no matter what, so we don't really care more than that. The moment we're going to switch to, I mean, have real lab, we're going to be able to switch. Yeah, that was the other thing. That was why I wanted some more resources. I just filled that chest. We could also do that, but I don't want to use all our resources for that. Hopefully that won't take too long to produce, to fill them up, so we won't be losing too much production here. But yet the basic tech card is now the limiting factor, which is interesting. Because we now have like two reds everywhere. So that's good. I think what I can do is I can inverse those two. Yep. And use one arm to push back the basic card inside. Basically, the moment they get there, instead of accumulating to crazy number, they can just go back into the system. And this should be able to drop it faster, so it should be fine. Yeah. Like that stock is going down, which is not a problem. But all of those are starting to work, and that's great. Is it increasing? Yeah, production went back to 60, like super fast. Might just be a blip, but let's see, 50. Yeah, we're dropping down again. I think it was just like for a few seconds we had enough in the system for that. But I don't think that was the real production. Let's push that because that is full. But this is clearly like we are overproducing here. I mean, not overproducing. We're just not able to deliver it properly. So what we can do for that? I mean, it's really... That's why you don't build factory this way in Factorio. That's really the worst way to do it. That's also the fun way to do it. So, you know, sometime you gotta do what you're gonna do. Let's inverse them again. Yeah. So red is gonna go at the bottom. But what I can do is that. No, sorry, that. And like that. Yeah. So now we have both of them on the same line, but we can also take this and drop it here. Yeah. Now that's good. So everything we can drop here in basically on 3 sides. So it's good. It's basically the same as here. So now the production should increase back up. Like this is gonna get full, so it's gonna stop dropping from this side. Technically, we could even remove those. Like we don't want you to... yeah, let's just do it like that. That's good. So we don't only want you to move the red back because we don't have red directly here, but the brown is fine, so the brown are not returned. And now everything should be working. Yeah, production is increasing again. I think it's our best rate. I don't know, it's calculated because we have at the bottom science per minute 60, at the top we're clearly in like the 80. Yeah, how do they calculate that? I'm not sure actually. That's a good question. Okay. 87. Yeah, if it can stabilize there, I'm happy with that. Let's just drop. I kind of would love to drop just a way to drop all the coal there. Not have to worry about it. Yeah, that's fine. Oh, we're missing coal here. And some of them don't want anything. We're actually quite low on coal everywhere. Okay, let's do the same time thing for yeah, copper. Perfect. Okay. So that's good. Now we're good on that side. Let's let this production go for a little bit. Yeah, we're dropping back. I mean, it's fine. We're still at a relatively good rate. Let's go back to cutting a bit of wood because we're clearly gonna need some more. Yeah, we're actually not even dropping that fast, but I know for sure we're gonna need more. So let's do what I was doing here. Just do some more line. You can see it. Like looking from the map, it's super visible. Looking up close, you can see, yeah, you can see some patch are missing in the forest. Uh, but yeah, just super quick method. Mine a little bit. Sadly, that's the we're missing what for research. Yeah, I mean the problem is electricity and basic fluid handling will be the longest for sure. Like no question asked, those will be long to do. Like this one took 20 minutes, not that bad. Yeah, 5,000 is going to be like an hour and some for each. So we're good for at least probably another 3 hour. Yeah, that's. I think they just missed those research, or maybe like I don't know how they define it because obviously some mods change it. Might change the requirement for it. So maybe you didn't actually needed water and electricity for that, so it was fine. But like Crash Warriors change it or Space Exploration change it, and up it's not reduced cost anymore, so it's a bit longer to do. But it's fine. We're getting there. Uh, Evolution is increasing, but we should be fine for a little bit longer still. I think we're going to be fine at least until like hour 10 probably. I'm guessing like hour 10 we might start having problem. But before that, should be good. Yeah. What I'm gonna do though, I'm gonna let just take a little 5 minute. I mean, I barely started, but I'm gonna take a 5 minute just to go do something real quick and come back. So I would. Do I let the game run? Risk an attack? I mean, it shouldn't be attacked now. I don't know. I don't even know how the pollution is. Like, yeah, pollution. Yeah, it's not even that bad yet. Yeah, let's not even pause the game. But let's just go into be right back. I'm gonna be back in 2 seconds, guy. And we are back. Okay, let's go back. Gaming. Perfect. Where are we? Yeah. Completed in the forest. It's good. Okay. Let's continue to cut some tree. How did the research go? 11 hours. What? No. Research is crashing. Or what? Yep. Our research crashed for some reason. Oh yeah, we still don't have radar. Okay, let's go see what's happening. Maybe we were attacked. Why did everything stop? I mean, it's not fully stopped, so it shouldn't be an attack. Probably what could be missing? Some coal somewhere is missing. Yeah, it's not an attack, at least that's already good. We don't have any red. Yeah, am I stealing all the iron? Yeah, I'm stealing all the iron. Okay. Yeah, that was also a possibility. Let's be real with that. Yeah, the problem is that making transport belt is super expensive. What I can do is just limit it there. So we'll produce what? 7 stack. It's gonna be enough for us for now. We can't really do more than that. I can do that. Yeah, this one is done as well. Not great. Yeah, that's the problem. Those patch are super small. I did that, but I won't be able to extract from here. Yeah, that's a bit dumb. I can extract this one though. 900. Yeah, it's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Do that. Just take a bit more coal. Try to replenish everything around. Okay, that's good. Okay, yeah, it's not great, but this iron patch is obviously quite small. So the fact that we're gonna be using it fast is like it was to be assumed. Yep, we can mine all of those. And then we can do what? That. Yeah, a few more here. That's really trying to get every drop of it. I would really love to wait until like going to the next patch until I get like electricity production, or it will be horrible. Like having to bring coal and to feed everything by hand, that's just not an option, honestly. And yeah. And they're already full with coal. Let's just try to fill as well the arm a little bit. Okay, that's fine. We're missing one, but I can live with that. That is full now, so it shouldn't use any more iron for it. So all of this will be used now. Yeah. Production should be restarting slowly. Yeah, sadly 10 is really nothing. 60 hours, 80 hours. Yeah, that's a bit slow. But yeah, production is restarting. We can block those as well. We don't need more. I mean, this one we can let it increase. And this one, let's just, yep. We don't need more of those. Just so all the iron go into the correct place. When we have more, we can try to do more with it, but for now it's good. Okay, so we got fuel processing. Not super useful, honestly. It's a way to use any fuel source. You basically get, I don't know if we have it. Yeah, exactly. You get processed fuel. So whatever you drop in that will get 10% more energy value, which is not bad. But for the time you stay using, I mean, with research at time 100 might be useful to have that for the electricity production. I get 10% more fuel from your coal. Maybe not a bad idea. That's not an expensive processing, right? I don't think it does. It even cost energy. I don't even think so. Like the max consumption is the amount of energy per second. I think basically if you put like rocket fuel or whatever, it's gonna drain it at a certain speed. But that's it. Other than that, we're good for the rest. So yeah, I think I can make some more arm for now. Yeah, we're already back to Trower. Oh, okay, yeah, when we were seeing 80, it was basically because we're really at 0, okay. Because 17 is not fast either. Yeah, hopefully we'll be increasing the energy the research production rate a little bit. I'm fine having cut from time to time. I mean, obviously it will happen between wood and all the other material. It for sure will happen. But I would really like if the small patch that we have right now is enough to do at least all those research. If I need to expand before getting all those research, it will be a bit of a pain. We will do it, but it just could take longer for relatively lot of effort for really small gain. So, yeah. 5 hour now, I think, yeah, 4 hour. It doesn't seems to be moving down a lot. Yeah, maybe just the research take a bit of time to restart, I guess. Let's go see. There's a little bit. I mean, Aaron is back for sure. We're still missing automation card. Let's just stop that. I don't want any more of those. Let's even take those, place them in here. Let's increase a bit the production rate. Yeah. Are we really not inputting everything fast enough? Is that one of our limitations? Seems like it, actually. Yeah, that's a problem with the early games, that the first arm are super low, super slow. The moment you get the blue arm is really a game changer. Oh yeah, okay, now we're good. Now we're finally, production should be at 100% now. Other side is good. Yeah, we're back at 32. Okay, we're increasing. Let's leave it like that. We should be fine. A few labs are running. If we can get back to like 80 would be perfect. Let's just put the woods we already collected. They don't need to keep it on me. Hopefully we don't get like a meteor strike on one of our base. That would be also a problem. Yeah, production here is good. I mean, we're knowing that red were production of the red circuit were stopped. Obviously, it's the brown one were fine. Yeah, we're increasing fast now. Okay. So science is good. We're gonna have this research in probably a bit less than an hour if we don't have any. If I don't forget to put coal or anything like that. Other than that, we should be good. I'm aiming for less than an hour. That would be great. But we'll see how it goes. Like the variation is really huge though. That type 20. I think it's mostly, I mean, the setup I have in place is a bit dumb. Having a loop like that is not efficient or anything in terms of usefulness. So the fact that there's so much variation is probably in good part due to that. Yeah, a bit less than an hour. Yeah. I guess sometime we get a bit more labs that are getting active. Then, yep, some finished and don't restart immediately, so it's increased back again. Yeah. I mean, it's okay. Around an hour to do it. We're already at 6%. That's fine. We can go into production. I think it's in production that we can see it. Yeah. Yeah, we can see it really picking back up from the other research. Yeah. So we can use, yeah, we can change the statistic per planet. That's great. Obviously, we only planet in like similar to space age is going to be novice, which is the first one. After that, all the planet will be a lot different compared to space age. I mean, they're a lot more similar to novice. There's no there's no worm or biter with like 8 legs or anything like that. There's no gleba, there's no volcanus. But there's also a few interesting challenges with space age, and I think the logistics system and just the sheer size of the factory we're going to need to produce is a lot more entertaining than the like new enemy they put in place on other planet. The only thing I really like from Gleba is the spoilage mechanism, but I don't even know if they're probably gonna try to incorporate it at some point in space exploration. Technically, you got Vité Mélange, which is a bit similar to the show you. Once you leave the first planet, basically you get 4 types of resources in space exploration. So you get vulcanite, which increase your material production. So all your resources are able to you're able to get more material from like smelting and everything with that. You get cryonite, which is used for refrigeration, water, increase like lubrication rate. Also technically get water ice, but that's a bit different. That's like another option. It's not really a new resource. Then you get immersium, which is technically coming from novice, if I remember correctly. And then you get Vita Melange, which is a plant-based material. So it's a bit different. You need the Vita Melange to produce the spice or vice versa. And so you basically need one to, so the starting the production is a bit hard, but then it's you can ramp it up quite fast. And there's iridium as well. Yeah. I think iridium is the 4th one. Not sure. Yeah. Yeah, and basically each type of science give you different thing. So some give you more research, some give you biological, that's Vité Mélange, energy science, and the more you advance, obviously, the more you need a bit of everything, technically. Yeah. If we look at some of those research, some of those production, you start getting into like crazy material. And obviously at some point, I mean, all of this I've never, as I said earlier, I never gotten that far. Technically, I gotten to around the mid game, like those lab were unlocked. But yeah, it's a lot of different production, and Obviously, there's the challenge of making the production, but also where do you make them? Because depending on where you decide to manufacture everything, you get more or less challenge, but also more or less advantage and inconvenience. So it might be super useful to produce on one planet and not do it like on Novice directly. But if you do it on Novice, you're gonna have your robot port. You're gonna have all your other material that's already gonna be there. So that's also a great great tool. If you do it on another planet, you're gonna need to bring a ton of equipment to make sure that you have everything. Because remember, in space age, the rockets are super cheap. But in space exploration, when we're gonna get to there, I mean, I can even show you. Let's go see where are the rockets. Cargo zero rocket. Yeah. Basically, you need a space capsule, which is, I mean, it's a bit expensive, but it's nothing like crazy either. You can refurbish them, some of them. Then I think you need 100 cargo pod, 100 rocket fuel tank, and 100 cargo rocket section, if I remember. Yeah, no, yeah, it's no. You need 100 cargo section that require 100, like so, one cargo pod, one rocket fuel tank, and 4 rocket control you need for each of them. So the number get crazy really fast, and you only get 20% of it back from its launch. But they're gonna be at the planet you send them. So obviously, if you send like to space, each 5 rockets you're going to send to space, you're going to be able to get 1 rocket back free to Earth, to Novice. But it's also at the same time, it's coming when you're launching it back to Novice, you're only getting 20% back. So it's technically like 20% times 20%, so like 4% back to Novice. So it's, you cannot count on that for your overall production of parts. It's not even when increasing the reusability and everything, you're gonna go back to like 80. I think 80% is the maximum, which seems good. But back and forth in that case, you get down to what, 64%, 80 times 2. I mean 80 power 2. And that's considering the fact that you won't have any like rocket failing from time to time, because that's also something that can happen. There's a percentage of chance that your rocket will just break apart and will lose like a certain percentage of the cargo, and as well like I think then you don't recover anything from the rocket itself, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Still 1 hour, it's still hovering around there, so it must be slowing down. No, not even. Okay, it's creeping up slowly. Yeah, I really need some radar. The fact that we cannot even know like what's happening in the base. I mean, I'm not scared of attack right now, but yeah, the fact that we cannot even look at the base is a bit... It's... I mean, I don't... When is that research? Probably in like 10 hours, at least. Yeah, perfect. I was a bit stuck with that piece of wood. I'll just continue mining slowly but surely. So we have what, 1,000 more wood. Technically, we need 5,000 wood for each research. We can go have a look how many we have right now. Actually, that might be a good idea. Just take a few more along the way. Because we need 10,000 basically. If we consider that electricity just started, we need 10,000 wood totals. I'm not sure I have that many. So let's just take a few more, but at the same time, the more we remove that forest, the more pollution we're letting pass. So that's not ideal either. Yeah, we literally cut all of this. Up. Where did those land? Yeah, it's a bit further down. That's fine. Yeah, even now, it just looks like half the lab are working. I mean, we're at our peak research rate, so I'm fine with it, but it's still would be nice if it was a bit better. Okay, yeah, we're like, yeah, some of them are really close to having nothing. So we have what, 2k here, basically nothing here. Let's say 3 with those two. I don't think we have enough. Oh, we're missing. Oh, and we actually have that starting to fail. Okay. So let's just fill everything back up. Yep. Nope. I don't want to retake that. I can keep it. And how much do we have here? 1.5. So we're at 4.5. Nearly 6, 7.5. We're nearly at like 9k. So we need at least another 1,000. I think let's do 2,000 because some chests will start missing before other, but 2,000 more wood is it's not too bad. Let's remove dispatch because we're gonna need to have access to that place when we're gonna start doing our refinery process for the fuel, all the petroleum products that is going to be there. I'm not actually going to be removing those right now because there's the chance of having uranium inside of them. And I just don't want to have a chase with uranium somewhere. Just it's going to start removing, like slowly killing me. So as long as I can just leave it there and it doesn't bother me, I won't remove them right now. You don't get anything special from them except uranium, so that's fine. So yeah, let's go back to 2000. And after that, hopefully electricity production will be over. So we're going to be able to start making a plan for where we're putting the electricity, where we're, I hope, does it unlock? Yeah, it's only burner. It's really not that much. Yeah, if we want steam power, it's after that. I mean, technically, we're going to be researching it. So yeah, we're going to wait for steam and boiler. But we're going to need water. Yeah. The problem with burner is that it's 85% efficient. So it's really bad. And it's producing a lot of pollution for nothing. And wind turbine seems like a good idea. That's actually the first thing I use on my first space exploration run, where I basically went just far enough to go to space. I made a lot of mistake in that game. Nothing that was like insurmountable. Everything could have been fixed. I was just like, yeah, let's stop for now. Let's try again another time. But basically what I did in that game is that I started producing a lot of my energy with wind. The idea from it was wind is infinite. So it's amazing. I just build them, let them like everywhere, and I will always have like that source of energy because it doesn't even stop at night or anything. It's literally like a perfect source of energy. And I don't think there was even like it wasn't, I don't think the production was slowing down with low winds or anything. Like it was just always at the max. But at the same time, the production is really small. So you basically don't get anything. And they cost a lot and they take a lot of space. I mean, I don't even think they cost a lot. Yeah, they cost a lot for like base game, maybe. When you need to place like, I had 1,000 of them. Like literally 1,000 of them. I was placing them the same way I would place like solar panel. But solar panel are relatively efficient. Those produce, yeah, they don't even say how much they're producing. I think it's like, it was like 5 kilowatts, something like that. So like a tenth of a solar panel. So even if they're working constantly, it's still not that much. But yeah, so I use a lot of those. it really tanked my energy production for a while, and it was also tanking all my like just normal production, right? If you're like using half of your resource to continue to produce wind turbine, you're not advancing anywhere. But the idea was it's not doing any pollution, but everything was still using coal because I wasn't producing enough energy. So instead of using coal for a boiler, I was using it for mining. So that wasn't great. But I was able to advance through it still until I got to the point where I started producing rocket fuel. So with space exploration, you actually have quite a few ways to produce the rocket fuel. You can produce it from like heavy, light oil, as well as like petroleum and everything. You basically have a bunch of ways to produce it, but there's also a way to produce it directly from the atmosphere. So you're basically like removing the CO2 from the air and using it to make like sustainable fuel, basically. And that's a way to do it. It's just a way that uses a huge amount of electricity. I don't even think like you could be like I don't think in Factorio you would be like profitable like making the fuel that way and then using it again to power everything. Like it was that bad in terms of production. So try to use that method. I was able to do one or two rocket, and then I was like, okay, yeah, let's just like all my base was dying from electricity. I think I was like at 20-30%. And at that point, I was just too far into that. I think all the recipe I used, like to make the woods, I was only using water. That's something I can show you. You basically can use only water, which is taking 120 seconds for 20 woods. Or you can use this one, which use half the time to make 2 times the number of wood. So it's basically 4 times more efficient. Which you're like, oh, why would you not use this one? Because the idea was, yeah, but you need sand, and I don't have infinite sand. But sand is just stone, which you kind of have infinite stone, realistically. So yeah, that was the bad choice I made along the way. I went for everything that was like the most sustainable possible, and that just doesn't work. But yeah, let's continue mining a bit of wood. And we're getting there. We hopefully won't have to mine any more wood quite soon. At least not with our tools. After that, I'm fine using a tank to like remove a forest or poison capsule or anything like that. Just that way is so slow. Let's go for, how much can we store? Yeah, let's go for the 2K directly. That's where I will place them at the 2 bottom chest and we'll be good. Yeah. I really love that biome. I think it's an alien biome. It's not actually that big, but this kind of purple with the yellow flower is quite nice. I don't even know if it's if you can find it on other planet. I'm not sure about that. Okay, I don't know why in my head Novice is the only planet that has this biome. Because volcanic planets have sometimes no water and are like volcanic activity. So they don't have water, but there's also warm lava-like planet. So the ground is black and red. Cryogenic material, cryolite. How is it called? Cryolite. Cryolite is basically tundra. So it's going to be white, light blue. And the other planet are, the asteroid are asteroid-like, right? Moon-like. But the other planet look a lot like just a normal novice-like planet. So it's actually, obviously I haven't been to all planets, but I feel like it's one of the most different biome. Okay. We've got a little bit more. Let's just bring that back already. Yeah. That's a start. Technically, that much should be enough. Realistically, we'll probably start missing some wood left and right. Same way we're missing some coal left and right now. It's just, yeah, that's really also going to be one of the problems, is that we're losing all our miner one after another. Are we still not good on production? Oh yeah, we're dropping back. Oh, we're missing let's close that already. Okay. So we actually have quite a lot of copper around here, so we should be able to find a way to use it. And that shouldn't be too crazy of an idea. Yeah, those two are... Can I just drop it here? I can just do that a little bit. I mean, it's a bit of a horrible way to do it, but sure. I can drop a few hundred there. Yeah, that lack of copper will be a problem. Oh, and we're actually missing same thing here. Are we not delivering anything? Okay. I can understand why those one were not working, but why all the other one were not working? Why are they using... What? No, you shouldn't be using wood for that. That's why they're not using... Yeah, that's why they were not using all of them. Yeah, they probably lack coal at some point and could just change to wood, and I don't think there's any way to ban them from using it. Yeah, I don't think so. So yeah, I mean, those ones are all full. Technically, we don't need that much copper, so we should be fine. Yeah, 40 minutes remaining. Production is back in place. Let's collect a little bit of iron. Yeah, we're going to be able to make more of everything. Let's make some crushers. We're going to need them. And after that, fine. I mean, we're good. Okay. And I'm going to take some belt. Because belt is always useful. Okay. We're going to start reproducing on this side. Electricity is coming along, 50 minutes. Yeah, all the research seems to be fast enough. Why is that so slow? Really? Like one arm of each is not fast enough? I mean, it should be enough in all cases. We technically only use like 0.5 of the burner assembly, but still. Okay, let's go cut back some more wood because apparently we're using it as fuel. So that's not too great. And we reach 1% evolution. 0 to 1 in 4 hours and 11 minutes. Yeah, I mean, the time frame is getting decent. I don't think we really have a way to get it lower now. We're a bit too restricted in terms of all our resource mining. It will realistically probably keep slowing down. That's a bit of the problem with Factorio in the early stage of the game, is that it's a lot of waiting for not much. Like right now, except like cutting the wood, there's not much we can actually do. Like as long as electricity and everything else is not finished, I mean, normally it would be quite fast, but time on return in research is a bit slow. Yeah, I think the plan is going to be to cut soon. I'm going to let it run during my lunchtime and probably come back this afternoon. Let's see if we're staying on Factorio or if we're going a bit on something else. But I think in all case, we're going to be on Factorio tomorrow as well. And once we have this research done, I think we're gonna be good to. We're gonna be able to power through like greenhouse, start the mining drill and everything. What do we need for mining drill? Yeah, it's just gonna be that after that. So it's 2,000 more of each. We're gonna be able to do that directly. Yeah, I think the idea is gonna be to let all of this advance. That's way too expensive for what it's giving me right now. Automation, that's also gonna be coming here. Electronics, and after that, yeah, labs. Electric labs will be expensive, and you don't really need electric labs for now, at least. Light is also a bit expensive. Still processing, we're gonna need it, but not right now. And that's logistic, we're also gonna need that. Yeah. So I think the idea is gonna be to advance on research. Just let the game run a little bit. Continue mining, continue giving it everything. I won't be placing like any building. I would just be continuing mining and everything. And that way, this afternoon or tomorrow, we're going to be able to get back into it and just go for it, right? Really start powering through the game a bit more. because obviously just watching me cut wood is not the most interesting stream possible. But yeah. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today, guys. Hope you enjoy that little bit of stream, the red science placement and production, and we'll see you guys next time. Ciao.